night. FCTA to begin prosecution of ground rent debtors. Ongoing demolition to continue as FCTA reiterates commitment to sustaining clean environment. And cybercrime in focus as correspondent examines negative effect of communication technology on global community.
A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Norlene Ebel Ame with the news. We begin by telling you that the Coordinating Committee for the Recovery of Outstanding Ground Rent and other related charges in the Federal Capital Territory is set to commence mass prosecution of title holders who have refused to pay their debt despite several appeals to clear their outstanding liabilities. A statement signed by the FCTA Director of Information and Communication, Mohammed Hamza Sule, indicates that the committee will begin massive legal action in the first quarter of 2023 to ensure that all debtors are brought to book. This illegal action, the statement adds, will lead to final confiscation of the affected property. The committee will also publish names of all those who have refused to honor their statutory obligation, especially those whose cases are before the appropriate court of law. In addition, such debtors may be denied access to their property with a view to confiscating such properties from being tampered with by way of sale or transfer of ownership while the matter is being awaited in court. It would be recalled that the FCTA Permanent Secretary, Olushade Adeshola, inaugurated a debt recovery committee with the mandate to recover the outstanding debts owed the FCT administration with a particular interest in ground rents and other sundry fees in the land administration as well as other land-related departments. In its bid at ensuring that all shanties and other illegal structures are cleared, the Federal Capital Territory Administration between the 9th and 22nd December this year demolished scores of shanties and also seized and crushed motorcycles of operating in the territory. Executive Secretary, Federal Capital Development Authority, Shehu Hadi Ahmed, made this known while briefing the media on the renewed commitment of the enforcement team. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
Since the flag-off of the FCT end of the year demolition on the 9th of December this year, the tax team has succeeded in removing 123 illegal structures in Katankpe Extension and Guzaipe districts, 2,857 shanties in Durumi 1, 2, and 3. Others demolished structures are in Monkey Village, Dakpa, and the illegal IDP camp at Durumi. Also, 217 illegal shanties under some bridges within the Federal Capital City were cleared. Aside this, 1,292 commercial motorcycles were arrested, impounded, and crushed for flouting the ban on their operations. The tax team has, however, resolved to continue with this exercise to ensure that crime and criminality is reduced to the BRS minimum in the territory.
You cannot test the might of government. Law and order must prevail. And as a government, we have taken to ensure that we treat everything to ensure that we build this city that we're talking about, world-class city. World-class city don't just drop from heavens. There are results from the modest efforts we can make to ensure that there are compliance.
City managers disclosed that enforcement exercise, which will be sustained, is being carried out with human face, with no cases of human rights abuses.
We decided that before this exercise commenced, the FCT administration should interface with the National Human Rights Commission informing them about the security concerns on what we intend to do.
The Minister of the FCT, Malam Bello, has made it very clear that we must ensure high respect for human rights. And we've been able to follow that through in all what we have been doing all through the years.
Meanwhile, plot owners have been advised to develop their plots or be ready to face the FCTA sledgehammer. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Let's talk security now. Cyber criminality is one of the negative consequences of the telecommunications sector that presents a great deal of risk that the global community, including Nigeria, is dealing with. Abdullahi Ajia in this report examines this issue.
One of the beautiful things the telecommunications has brought to Nigerians is a wide range of services that subscribers enjoy. Now, it also comes with its attendance consequences, one would say. Now, one of which is the gamut of cyber security issues and criminality. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, as the chief regulator of the telecommunications in Nigeria, has also come up with a number of regulatory mechanisms to be able to checkmate the issue of cyber criminality. Now, the issue under review is one that is of high concern to the country because it is estimated to say that Nigeria loses about $500 million annually to cyber insecurity, cyber criminality, which amounts to 0.08% of the gross domestic product of the country.
It's becoming a world problem. There should be a strike laws, some with their phones, and this Yahoo. It's too much, it's too rampant.
What do you think we should do to be able to stop this menace?
When things are being put in place, when we have job available for the youth, I think this will distract the youth at least and engage them.
This cyber criminality or attacks can come in different forms in which individuals, organizations or corporate bodies are not exception to these attacks by criminals on the cyberspace.
When you look at young children coming up, once they get to a level of advancement, they go into computer. Before you knew it, they jump into such kind of crime. It tarnishes our image.
Now, the issue of cyber attack or cyber criminality are multidimensional because from the respondents, we have come to understand that it is a whole lot of a chain that needs to be worked upon in terms of providing opportunities for the younger ones who often are engaged in this unwholesome practice. And also government on its part to come up with a serious or a more serious mechanism that will be able to checkmate this unwholesome activity that is tarnishing the image of the country. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Thank you very much, Abdullahi Ajia. Now, commercial activities are gradually returning in the nation's capital after the Christmas break. Serafina Okon-Umekwe in this report x-rays the availability and accessibility of petrol, just as motorists appeal to the federal government to ensure adequate supply.
Most fuel stations visited shows fuel attendants waiting for motorists to render their services. However, motorists expressed joy of accessing the product easily.
Well, we thank God that it's accessible now. Unlike about last 2-3 weeks ago, that one can spend over 4-5 hours without getting forward.
We thank God for the situation we are now, that we can enter the station and buy fuel at any time.
Isa, how are you? So,
fine.
How is business today?
Also fine.
So how much shoes have you sold? How many you don't sell today?
No day, anyone I know sell.
You never sell anyone,
yes.
Why?
Because line no day, no queue.
No queue, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Commercial activity in the nation's capital is actually on the low key due to the festive season, the holidays, and a lot of residents have actually traveled. Now, a visit to most of the fuel stations shows that there is actually no queue and there is availability of the products. For instance, this filling station here, this NNPC here, the manager just said that they have a product that would take them for today. And then another filling station, we're told that at the farm tanks there is no enough product. And it seems to be easy free flow right now because residents, like they said, have actually traveled. And by the time they will be returning into the nation, to the city centers, there's every likelihood of experiencing fuel scarcity from the second week of January 2023. In Abuja, Serafina Okun Omekwe, NTA News.
Very well, Serafina. Nigerians have been sensitized to the need to eat right for a healthy society. The Eat Right Society, a non-governmental organization championed by this cause at a two-day Healthy People's Conference in Abuja. Odiri Arutere reports that the conference brought together nutritionists to educate people on the dangers of nutritional malpractices.
The 2022 Healthy People's Conference, put together by the Eat Right Society, is the first of its kind since the inception of the NGO in 2015. Executive Director, Eat Right Society, Dr. Fumilayo Morilashe, notes that they envision a society where generations are able to prevent, abate, and reverse harmful effects of nutritional, malnutrition, and unhealthy habits, as well as environmental pollution for a better living.
We thought about it from our experience. Can we have a platform that we can actually bring people together to share our experience, to improve on our health?
The Healthy People event featured display of various fruits and vegetables, as well as how to combine them for replenishment and healing of the body. The two-day Healthy People's Conference has its theme, the role of preventing medicine in today's healthcare delivery system. In Abuja, Odiri Arutere, NTA News.
On religious news, Muslims have been tasked on being good examples to the younger generation. This advice came to the fore at the 2022 NASFAT Youth Conference in Abuja. Aisha Abdullahi reports that the conference centered on inculcating leadership roles in youth.
As the popular saying goes, youth are the leaders of tomorrow. As such, good leadership begins from good followers. The speaker at the 2022 NASFAT Youth Wing, Ibrahim Doba, says a good follower can be a positive impact to others who want to be leaders, as the dean encourages good attitude and youth being in mass are the moving train of the society, which NASFAT aims at educating.
More than 66% of the population of the country, it's of youth and women. So even if we talk to youth only, that's enough.
Organizers say it is to keep youth engaged in various skills, especially on how to be disciplined in their daily activities, rather than being idle during the break.
Bringing our youth together, it will make us to impact a good initiative.
Some of the participants reflect on how they intend to put into practice what they have learned during the week.
I expand this in new things, make new friends, then believe more in our leadership tutors. I think prayers, doers, yes. I keep repeating it every day. I'll write it down.
Without followership, there is nothing like leadership. And our followers are also responding and also following the rules laid down by their leaders.
The night edition featured dawah classes, drama session, singles and marriage forum, among other educational issues that will be of benefit to them. Aisha Abdullahi, NTA News.
Similarly, nurturing God-conscious and morally sound youth for the growth and development of the country was the highlight at the 2022 Islamic Holiday Course for Youth, put together by Standard Bearers Islamic Organization. Hawagimba reports that a large number of youth took advantage of the holiday to attend.
The Holiday Islamic Campaign for Youths is to equip them with spiritual development as well as skills acquisition that will give them the opportunity to compete with the dynamic world. Speakers at the event enjoined the youth to take advantage of the Holiday Islamic course to reflect on who and what they want to become in future, as well as imbibe the spirit of love, giving when the need arises, including understanding the Holy Quran.
is that our children are drifting away from those value belief systems that we used to know with our great-great-grandparents today. Everybody wants to make money, without making any sacrifice.
The event, which had as its 2022 theme, "The Time is Now," organizers say is apt, going by the activities happening around the world.
Because if we look at some young leaders of the world, they started at a younger age or even at this age that they are. So combining moral instruction and entrepreneurship is the way to go.
The time is now and we have to decide that nobody should be able to influence your decision.
So it makes sense to make very good decisions now that would set us up for a good future.
The Standard Bearers Islamic Organization is a religious organization that is non-partisan, student-focused. The organization aims is to build better youth in the Islamic way. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Oh, what fun it is to win in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo. Christmas came early. Everyone is a winner in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo. Get free 100 megabytes MTN data and a chance to win 1 million naira, a car, generator, and other amazing prizes. Simply buy Lush Hair Wow, Ready, Jumbo, or Mega Braids Pack. Open the pack flap, SMS your unique PIN to 38353. Hurry now. Terms and conditions apply. Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
Is Sports Brief.
The Nigerian Professional Football League groupings done on Wednesday for the 2022-2023 abridged league season puts the 20 teams into two groups of 10 each. Group A has Kwara United, Nasarawa United, Plateau United, Gombe United, El Kanemi Warriors, Eimba International FC, Aqua United, Bendel Insurance, Shooting Stars and Remo Stars. While Group B has Niger Tornadoes, Doma United, Wiki Tourist, Lobby Stars, Rivers United, Abia Warriors, Dakada FC, Rangers International. The Match D1 opening fixtures will see Nasarawa United at home welcome Eimba International in Group A, while defending champions Rivers United will slug it out with Lobby Stars in Group B. The interim management committee has also laid down stiffer penalties on violent clubs who will lose 3 points in addition to fines if found wanting, and league winners who will emerge through Super 6 are expected to cash home